We're going to get kicked off in just a couple minutes. If this is your first Creator Fundamentals live stream, please consider clicking that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you can receive alerts to future videos that help simplify YouTube. Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Currier, and it is my mission to simplify YouTube so you and I can grow together. Thank you, everybody, for coming out for the regular Wednesday night live stream. That's Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Tonight, we're going to talk YouTube. It's all about you, the subscribers, whatever topics you want to bring up, whatever questions you might have. Tonight is the night that we answer them, and we talk YouTube and just have a good time.
YouTube Simplified.
How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Making sure I got audio on. Hope the video looks good. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to jump into the comments section, say hello to everybody, see how everybody's doing tonight. I love seeing everybody get in here nice and early, so we'll try to jump in the chat and say hello to everybody who got in here nice and early to hang out on this Wednesday night. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, for those of you who are at the live stream, the last week's live stream, you know, I've been dealing with kind of some allergy issues. Well, since last Wednesday, the entire family went out and got a cold. So the cough, very annoying. It's bound to creep up during the live stream. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to go tonight because after last week's live stream, I completely lost my voice. And the coughing kicked in. It was pretty rough. So we're going to go tonight as long as we can. I got some fluids here to try to keep me moving. So hopefully that'll get me going as long as possible. And I'm going to take a drink and then I'll jump in the chat and say hello to everybody. All right, so in the chat, we have Peldon, Island War Robots. Thank you so much for joining. Arachne Notion, a dog and his iPhone. Thank you so much for that super chat earlier. I appreciate it. Angie's Random Vids, a flash in your pan. Just chilling for a few. says Flash in Your Pan. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. TVT Cactus, Dad of 3, Jeep Collector 91. Who else we have in here? Harley Pedley says he's in the middle of a workout, so he's just watching and listening. Good to have you, Harley. Yamilka Cabrera, the Fantastic Joe, good to see you. Who else? Let's see. Trocolix. Says he's fallen asleep. Hopefully we'll wake you up here for a little while. We have Lookout, BA, PNW Granny, Chris Conkle Vlogs, another patron. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Who else? Pam Duthie, good to see you as well. Doug Houston, moderator extraordinaire. Earlier than usual? No, this is my normal time. Flash and Pan. I got Science Gal Aquatics, another patron. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. And the Adventure Vlog. Foul Fish Automoto Channel. I guess that is what that says in a creative way. Benny and the Jets Gaming. Spare Time G we have. Crystal Lester, good to see you guys. Artistic Mind, hello to you too. Literal Gaming, also out there. Rodney B. Hunt, good to see you, my friend. Lori Burns Vlog. Ryan Barnes. Harry Heathen.
All right.
Thank you so much, Peldon, for the super chat. I appreciate it. J Nelson 252 stopping in and saying hello. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Mushroom Productions just popped into chat. Doug is on a different time zone. I wonder if that's like a daylight savings time thing with Doug or whatever. Gonna take another drink here. Glad you guys came out. You know, so I had a new idea tonight, and I actually recorded a video before I did this live stream with the idea that if I had to cut the live stream short, I'd have a brand new video to throw out at the end of the live stream. You guys could go check out. What that ultimately ended up happening is about 45 minutes ago, while I was trying to prepare the live stream, and I was actually exporting the video, my entire computer crashed. So luckily, one of the automatic saves in Premiere Pro was able to save that video, but I haven't exported it yet. So probably when I finish up here, I'll export that video and then shoot it out. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to go till 12 o'clock tonight. We'll try to make it 2 hours tonight just to hang out, try to do answer any questions you guys might have, do some channel reviews, a few channel reviews. Not going to do a ton of them like I have in previous weeks, just because I don't know how long this is going to last, and I would rather keep as much voice as I can. Milka Cabrera, Dan, you are American. Yes, I am. Thanks for noticing. All right. Got some Spare Time G, Little Gaming, Sabby BGTV. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. WRGC Tutorials. Sabby BGTV. I am Sabby BG here for the first time. Just found you. I'm Canadian, Indian YouTuber with 43,000 subs in a year. Are you doing channel reviews? I typically do channel reviews towards the end of the live stream. In the beginning, we just try to answer questions, talk about YouTube in general. I'm interested, guys, so the video that I'm putting out later tonight or tomorrow morning, whenever it comes out, is on some brand new metrics above and beyond the impressions and click-through rate. There's some other stuff that just came out that I just did a video on, so I'm going to share that tonight, hopefully get that out to you. But what are you guys' thoughts on that whole Philip DeFranco thing? Do you think that's a big deal? Are you concerned about it? Is it just one more piece of white noise in the YouTube world? I'd love to know what you guys think. Somebody got their message deleted. All right. So the other thing, you know, it's interesting because me personally, it was because I had that video that kind of exploded at the end of January and February. It's been hard for me to gauge exactly, you know, what the drop-off looks like, because my channel had shot up so high that even though it feels really slow, like it feels like my videos are kind of sluggish out of the gates, could just be, you know, the reality of where the channel is at this point. But it's harder for me to judge because I had such the anomaly of those couple videos that kind of went through the roof. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. Do you feel like the last month or couple weeks that have gone by that views have been harder to come by? You know, that's kind of a loaded question, because the last thing that I want anybody to do is blame outside forces on the growth of your channel, because for the most part, you know, 90% of the progress of your channel is all on you. So what you're able to accomplish all has to do with, you know, your ability to improve and things like that. So I don't want to take this conversation to a point where people simply say, hey, I can't grow on YouTube because YouTube hates me, or there's a suppression bot out there that's keeping me down. For the most part, the people that aren't getting views or getting any traffic is probably because they're not implementing best practices, whether that be, you know, a higher quality video product or consistency with how often they're getting out there, or a variety of other things. So I don't want to make it sound like that conversation is YouTube is against you and you can't grow. You can absolutely grow, but more so, have you, you know, does it seem slightly slower than normal, or do you feel like you're not getting that reach that you might have otherwise got? But with YouTube, we know it's all ebbs and flows. Sometimes it feels like everybody's seeing your videos. Sometimes it feels like nobody is. So this too shall pass. But I'm just interested in hearing what you guys think about that. As you can see, you know, put too many words in a row and the voice gets a little scratchy. So we'll see how long we last tonight. Yeah, as Doug said, there's not the way it gets too crazy if we start at the very beginning taking requests for channel reviews, because then the entire stream just becomes people trying to get on the list. At some point, we'll open it up. We'll pick a couple channels. Not going to do a ton tonight, again, because of the voice and whatnot. So I just want to scroll back through the chat. I saw some. I see some channel review requests. You got to hold off those requests until we actually say we're opening it up to them, and even then, you can identify that you want one, but we're still going to pick them randomly, unfortunately, because there's no way for me to do every single one that gets requested. But Christopher Womack, feel like I'm a very small fish, but it feels like I'm moving very slow. Yeah, and the kind of the way to look at this is, everybody has kind of a baseline. Like if you're putting out the same amount of videos every week, every once in a while you'll have a dud. But if you have, you know, if you put out 5 videos in a row and say they each got 100 views each, and then you suddenly put one out that got 50 views. There's the first cough of the stream. All right. You know, it's kind of when the trend just suddenly goes from 100 videos per, or 100 views per video down to like 50. You notice some extreme change in the amount of views that you're getting on a consistent basis. So there's so many variations to what's going on behind the scenes with YouTube. It's kind of hard to gauge when something like that happens, but definitely don't want to get in the habit of just saying that there's no opportunity for growth, because YouTube is still one of the greatest opportunities for all of us. If those of you who follow Gary Vee, you know, you think about it, you know, our ancestors didn't have the ability to come home after work and build a business like we do. So it's very awesome in that regard, and definitely something that we should take advantage of and do everything we can to grow our channels despite any obstacles that are thrown at us. So, all right, got some more people in the chat. Dignity, good to see you. Budget Family, how are you? Got Unboxing IT, or Unboxing It, depending on how you look. It's all capital, so I assume it's Unboxing IT. Beanie Draws in the chat. Good to see you, Beanie. Glad that you could join us tonight. Your Real Estate Whisperer also out there. Michael Verberger, Creative Fundamentals. Thank you for your honest advice. One of the other things that I touch in this video that I'm going to release later tonight is In a couple different videos, Tim Schmoyer kind of shared his thoughts on whether keyword research is relevant or not. And I addressed that in the video that's coming out tonight. So definitely check that out if you're interested in seeing a different perspective on the way that that stuff came out. I mean, completely respect Tim Schmoyer, and obviously he's hugely successful, but I have a little bit different take on that information about whether keyword research is relevant, and I share it in that video, so you can definitely check that out later. Let's see. I saw somebody comment up here. Don't want to miss anybody. Something about where to go. Benny in the Jets game, a little concerned about the notification bell. Philip DeFranco, when he said that he was a little concerned about that. So, yeah, for those of you who don't know, there's a channel called Creator Insiders that's run by YouTube employees that kind of gives some behind-the-scenes information. And they had put out a video where they were, quote-unquote, clarifying the notification bell. And basically what they said was that even though you subscribe to somebody and you click a bell, they still may not notify you of every single video from that given YouTuber, that they are basically kind of running some type of analysis in the background to only send what they believe are the most relevant videos to you. So even though they've given you the opportunity to put your big boy pants on and identify which videos you want to see and the frequency with which you want to see them, it seems like their system in the background still kind of goes, yeah, I know you said you want them, but you don't really want them. We'll decide if you really want them and send them to you that way. So that kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. It'll be interesting to see whether YouTube accepts any feedback that they might be receiving on that, and whether they make any tweaks to that whole process in the future. Because, I mean, I've certainly noticed for certain channels that I used to see notifications for people and then I don't see them. Or one of the biggest things that I see, or that I have the problem with, is I don't tend to receive a lot of people that I follow that I've clicked the bell for. I tend to get their notifications for their live streams, not when they go live, but when the live stream gets posted as a video. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that, but you can certainly let me know if you got the notification for this live stream. Hopefully you did. I assume some of you guys got in here and you found it some way. So let me know if you got a notification or how you were notified that the live stream was starting, or whether you just know that it's every night at 9 p.m. Eastern and it's easy to figure out from there. So let's see. We got Scott Hervo, photography, art, and more. Talking about the YouTube shooter's motive was due to blocking video views. Yeah, I mean, I have a hard time considering the motive of somebody like that, regardless of what they say it is, because that's a little bit unhinged when that's your reaction to something like that. I think that's way off the deep end, and there's some other outstanding issues there besides that. All right. A lot of people were saying, yeah, white noise, just one more little thing in the YouTube ecosphere here, that you just kind of go, oh, okay, yeah, that's something else to consider. So Pam Duthie thinks Phil is overreacting. Yeah, see, the problem is you got to be super sure about that type of accusation, because, I mean, there's just so much, there seems to be so many tweaks going on with YouTube on a general basis that maybe one or two of your videos gets caught up on that. It's not necessarily being suppressed. Perhaps it's just, you know, a variation in the algorithm, so it was promoted in a slightly different way than before. It's, you know, to some degree, I guess, there's no concrete way to really identify whether something like that is happening. You know, and you do get that occasional video that people aren't interested in. The one different thing about Philip DeFranco is he does a daily news show, so typically people tune in most of the days to whatever he's talking about. So I don't know what the particular video topics were that didn't get a lot of views for him, but now that we have the new metrics with the impressions, he could have certainly looked into the analytics, and instead of just saying, you know, you're making me angry, YouTube, say, hey, my typical video gets 5 million impressions. This one only got 1 million. You know, try to throw some data at the issue that way. You know, personally, I enjoy watching Philip DeFranco. He doesn't usually go off the rails in terms of just randomly accusing YouTube of stuff, but hopefully there was some good data behind his thought process that led him down that path. And yes, I have 2 different drinks on my desk. I figure if I always have water and if I'm always drinking water, there'll be no time to cough. Beanie Draws, you missed 20 minutes of this live stream? Oh, yeah. I mean, typically I usually try to start the stream like 10 minutes early, just to give people the opportunity to see the alerts and actually come in for it. So if the first 10 minutes are typically just a little jam music for you guys to hang out while everything gets situated, we allow people to come in. So for those of you who are doing your own live streams, I find that that's kind of a good way to get your crowd into the live stream before you actually start covering any content or have a conversation. And some of you great folks are cool enough to get here even earlier than that and jump in the chat sometimes before the actual live stream kicks off. So you guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Fun Learning asks or says, I wish there was a way to find who unsubbed my channel. I'll tell you what, don't waste your effort trying to figure out who unsubs your channel. There'll be hundreds of people, maybe even thousands over the course of your YouTube channel that will unsub to you. It's wasted effort to worry about the people who leave. Try to focus on the people who have subscribed to your channel, learn what they like and what they want from your channel, and focus your energy on creating content that satisfies your audience in that regard. So with that said, don't go too far off on a tangent away from the content you originally wanted to make on your channel to please your audience, but don't chase the people who unsub. They're not going to help your channel. You know, they don't matter in terms of the growth of your channel. Everybody loses subs. It's just part of the process. So I wouldn't spend any time worrying about why they did it or figuring out who they were. Unboxing it. What's the best way to grow? The best way to grow, you know, when I first started this, the 2 basic core elements that I stressed, which are still true today, are consistency and community. Get involved in the YouTube community. Get involved in communities related to your niche. Focus on a particular niche on your channel so you know exactly what type of content you're going to be making, and that people who subscribe on video 1 are still going to be interested in video 5 because you're still covering the same type of information. And consistency, come up with a schedule, focus on getting videos out on that schedule on a regular basis. Maybe that's once a week, you know, maybe it's 3 times a week, whatever the case is for you. Find a schedule that you can actually maintain. Don't say, hey, I want to be a huge YouTuber, so I'm going to post 7 videos a week and then burn out in the month. So you got to find a schedule you can stick with. You want to be consistent on that. And then each time you make a video, try to improve something. You know, if you continue to if you put out 100 videos and you improve a little something each time, at the end of that 100 videos, you'll be amazed at just how much your channel and your abilities have grown. So that is certainly the best way to get started on growing your YouTube channel. And you really got, I mean, you also have to have patience. I see so many people, all these people who jump into my chat or my, you know, either on the live stream chat or they jump into the comments on my channel and try to do sub for sub because everybody has this get rich quick mindset. And first of all, we know that's a violation of community guidelines. So never sub for sub, never trade attention for attention. These quote unquote support groups where they basically put everybody in a string and say, hey, share your channel, then watch the video above yours. Those are all support for support. anytime that you agree to watch somebody's content in trade for them watching your content, that is no different than sub for sub. Don't kid yourself. And it's a violation of YouTube terms of service. You want to grow organically. You want to make content that people want to watch, not that they're willing to watch if you give them something, and grow from there. See, check out chat. You should write a how to YouTube book. It's coming in the future. There will be one. All right. Oh, we just did that whole scrolly thing here. Here Ethan says, think Philly D was a mix of different issues. His content was always flagged and not notified. He did seem to hint he was planning to make it. Yeah, he's basically starting his own news channel or his own network separate from YouTube. So it'll be interesting how that works out. Epic's in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream. Angie's Random Vids, concerned about my significant water consumption. I take small sips, so. All right, let's see. Richard in the USA had a video that had 4 hours of watch time per day for months. Then one day, bam, it only gets 15 minutes per day. Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of videos. So the video that I had that blew up, that was getting, that it's up to like 130,000 views, that did its thing. It spiked, it came back down, and then I had one random day where it shot up, like a single day. It got a ton of attention, and then the next day dropped completely off the map. It was the strangest thing. I still don't know exactly what caused it to do that. But typically when a video kind of gets attention like that, it usually stretches out for more than a day. But this was a literal single day spike and return to normal. It was a strange thing. I still got to do some digging to figure out exactly what happened there. So make sure we have Married to the Farm. Hello to you. Thanks for joining the live stream. Dylan Plays Games. Is there a way to promote your YouTube videos somewhere that'll actually promote you to people who want to see your content? And again, we were talking about that before with community. Get involved in community groups on Facebook, like YouTube community groups. We have Creator Fundamentals. Where's my button? Let's see. There it is. I'll throw a link, or I just threw a link to my Facebook group, which is Creator Fundamentals. Like-minded YouTubers trying to grow their channels and stuff. So you can definitely join that group. There's other small YouTuber Facebook groups. There's one called Small YouTubers Community. I definitely recommend you join that. It's got a lot of people who, it's very active, and people interact and share ideas and stuff, and that's a great thing to do. Also try to find groups that are focused on the particular niche that you're focused on. So I see that your name is Dylan Plays Games, so you seem to be a gaming channel. The one thing that I would say without looking at your channel is make sure that you're separating your gaming channel from others. If all you're doing is like Let's Plays, where it's just video after video after video of you playing a game, just like everybody else is doing, you could run into a challenge with that. But if you're somehow differentiating your content, make you unique, like maybe do some instructional videos and those kind of thing, how-tos and whatnot are very popular on YouTube. That can help you set yourself apart and try to grow your channel above and beyond all the other noise that is gaming channels. Unfortunately, there's a ton of gaming channels because the attraction is, hey, I'm just going to record myself playing games and make a channel with the idea that people will suddenly watch you like your PewDiePie. Obviously, it's not that that easy, and there's so much competition in that regard. You really have to step up your game and make sure that you are standing out. Kevin Boston 7, are the new impression analytics out for everyone? I believe they are out for everybody. The video that I'm sharing tonight, as soon as I get exported after the stream, covers, I talk about impressions and click-through rate and unique views, as well as some other changes that YouTube very recently made. So definitely check that out. But yes, to my knowledge, the impressions and stuff are out for most, if not everybody. And if for some reason you haven't got them yet, I would imagine you'd get them really soon. Elder Mike Davis, thanks for joining the stream. Good to see you. Trying to cover all the people that I haven't said hello to yet. It's a work. Is there any explanation why I'm not ranking at all for certain tags? Even if I search my title word for word, I don't always show up. TUBEBUDDY is helpful, but I still can't rank with even small tags. So I hope you're using keyword phrases and not single keywords. You want to make sure that you are using a title that actually is a searched keyword phrase, and then you want to focus on ones that are least competition. I have a couple videos on ranking videos. I think it's How to Rank YouTube Videos Fast in 2018 is the title. You can definitely check that out. That walks you step by step through that process of how that all works and how you can actually get one of your videos ranked. Oh, you know, and I'm trying to read something and it auto updates. Let's see. I upload 10 videos per week. Is that too many? It's not so much about whether it's too many. It's about how good the quality is on them and what your audience thinks about an upload schedule like that. Richard in the USA, I put out 3 videos all in one day. Views and watch time went up exponentially. You know, one of the weird things that I've noticed on my channel is sometimes I tend to notice pickups in growth on days when I'm not publishing. And with the idea, so if I were to do 3 videos in a week instead of doing them like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, one of the things that I want to try, and I've done it in the past, which the last time I did it was kind of an indicator that things were really slow because of the way each of those videos did, but to do the videos 3 days in a row, so you're kind of stacking that, you know, the watch time and the views for all of those on each other. So on the second day for the first video, your next video comes out, and then so on for the third, and you kind of stack that activity up, you know, hoping to kind of push your channel up to a higher level of exposure. But this past time that I tried it, it just seemed like everything was really slow, and it made it did not have the intended results or reaction I was expecting. And it's so hard to tell with the frequency with which YouTube changes stuff to really, you know, it's a constant struggle to try to figure out what's going on now and then try to apply that strategy and get stuff out before they make some tweak that seems to change how stuff works. All right, here, scrolling. Creative Fundamentals, how do you feel about getting involved in this small YouTuber army and other YouTube-related hashtags on Twitter that would be support for support and be bad? Would that be support for support and be bad to do? I don't really know what the goal... I've certainly used when I'm trying to share content, I definitely use some of those common small YouTuber tags and things like that just to get visibility. But if you're getting involved in that with the idea that you're going to give something to get something, then that's not the way you want to go. If there are people out there who just want to favor small YouTuber content and watch it more than big YouTubers, there's not necessarily anything wrong with that. But if you're creating a system where the goal is to trade views, attention, subscribers, whatever it is, and you're trading it, you're giving to get, then that's not the best course of action for your channel. Richard in the USA, where's your cat? Let's see. Mansion. See if she comes. The dogs are all locked up, so I think I can hear her eating in the other room, but kitty cats don't always call when you ask them to. Let's see. Do a first channel review. Savage Scientist. I will be doing my first channel review of my worst enemy, Uber Lyft. Not sure what that means. That Uber Lyft are your enemies, or I don't know. You're going to have to explain that one to me. Pukatigo Artisan Soap, hello to you too. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Spare Time G, I upload every Sunday, have kind of set episodes. I also want to upload more videos time by time. Does it hurt my algorithm, disrupt my consistency? To do more videos? No, I don't think so. If you do videos every Sunday and you want to do an occasional video on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Friday, it's not going to disrupt anything. I wouldn't get so caught up in a schedule that it prevents you from loading content. I would always favor loading content regardless of what other factor you're concerned about. Real Estate Whisperer. Your Real Estate Whisperer, what does everybody think about paying for ads to get more views and subscribers? I have this guy hounding me to do it. First of all, never do anything that somebody else asks, or that never follow any type of promotional service when somebody comes to you with it, unless you go out looking for it. Number two, don't pay to promote your YouTube channel. Just don't do it. It's not necessary. You're not going to get the desired results you want. All you're going to do is waste your money. That is my thoughts on trying to inflate your channel. It has no lasting impact. Even if you do have something that pushes traffic to a given video or your channel, it always tends to be much lower quality content, unengaged content, or audiences. Ooh, the old voice is fading here. But the quality of the audience that you get from paid promotion very rarely matches what you're able to build organically, which means you're not going to have dedicated subscribers who are going to watch your content in the future. Watch time is usually lower, and they don't stick around. And like I said, not a lot of engagement. They're not commenting and liking your videos, etc. So I would avoid spending money to promote your channel. Now, I mean, there's some channels that start to get into like millions of subscribers and things, and they have certain campaigns where they have to reach certain numbers, with brand deals and things like that, and that may be a different story. But if you're a small YouTuber and you have, certainly if you have less than 1,000 subscribers or less than 10,000 subscribers, I would not even think about promoting my content via a paid source. Hunter Gaming, thank you for joining the stream. Awesome Mark, hello to you too. Little Gaming. Scrolling through the chat. Trying not to miss anybody. I agree with you 100%. All the way, it can't happen overnight to grow your videos and channel. It takes a lot of time. Yeah, and I think one of the biggest problems is people don't have realistic expectations about growing on YouTube. You need to recognize that you got to just start with at least a year and 100 videos before you're worried about how fast your channel's growing or whether you're going to make any money, those kind of things. Commit to doing 100 videos and posting content for at least a year before you consider all that. Now, things may pop a little bit faster than a year and happen. That's all fine and good, but don't focus on those things prior to that. Like, don't focus on trying to get some certain number of subscribers. Focus on making content, putting down 100 videos in a year, and trying to improve your content with each video. Memes Museum, hello to you. If that was a trying to find the first message. What is this? Memes Museum, I think Doug pretty much already answered that, but this is a subscriber hangout. This is an opportunity for people to come on the channel and hang out and try to get everybody's name mentioned in the live stream. If anybody has questions, I do my best to answer them. And we just generally come together every Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, to talk YouTube, whatever the current events are, any questions on how to grow your channel, and then I will typically try to do some channel reviews towards the end, which I'm going to tell you I'm not going to do a ton of channel reviews tonight, just the way this is progressing, so. Yeah, see, Rodney, I know I was just thinking that same thing. Will TubeBuddy be integrated into the YouTube Studio beta, or only after original is gone and beta is the current setup? I need to talk to Phil over at TubeBuddy and see exactly how that works. I honestly don't know yet. Mobile Cats, a few years ago I paid to promote a video. That will that affect my channel now? You know, I don't... I wouldn't worry about it, is basically the answer I would give you. There's nothing you can do about it now anyway. I would just focus on making content. I would imagine it's not going to have a ton of impact on your channel now, but I definitely wouldn't continue to do it. Let's see. Willow Tree, just wanted to say hi. Your videos help us a lot. Awesome. Good to see you, Willow Tree. Thanks for joining the live stream. Better to have 100 subs and 90 views per video than 1,000 subs and 90 views. This is absolutely sure. Alex Fishing, good to see you. Just had an idea. Let me see if he followed up on that idea. I haven't seen that yet. Shannon Vlogs, thank you so much for joining the live stream. Married to the Farm. Yeah, and I think if for a lot of people, they kind of, it's tough to know exactly when you should be concerned about what thing, you know, whether you're trying to grow at a certain speed or trying to earn money. I think you should the most important thing is to get into the swing of making content, getting on a schedule, becoming a quote-unquote YouTuber who does this on a weekly basis or whatever your schedule is. And get into that flow. And I mean, 100 videos is probably bare minimum. It's not like you're going to get to a point that is success and then stop. So 100 videos is a kind of good idea to start to want to see some improvement and maybe start to see some response from YouTube in terms of channel growth and whatnot. So idea is, can Average Dan join me on a live stream? Absolutely, man. The Average Dan will happily join you on a live stream. You just let me know when you want to do it. One day, 25, 30 minutes. Absolutely. For those of you who don't know, The Average Dan is my other channel. I have another channel that I actually got started on YouTube on. I'll throw that in the thing in the chat there. It's about RV camping in the outdoors. Shannon, I wanted a way to identify all my Patreon, so I've made all of you guys moderators. So in addition to the moderator extraordinaire Doug Hewson, the other wrenches that you see in the chat are members of the Creator Fundamentals Patreon. Mandy NRG, hello to you too. Thanks for joining the stream. Stika, good to see you as well. Elite Jamaica official channel, good to see you. All right, Alex, yeah, that's fine. We'll try to find a time that works. So unboxing IT, I'm not really doing a channel review list. I'm going to pick them at random, and I don't know how many I'm going to do tonight because I'm on the verge of losing my voice. I mean, it's already starting to hurt. So what I'll probably do is we will keep it open for questions until about 10 o'clock, and then I'll try to do some live streams, and we'll probably cut this one. We won't go to, I don't think I'm going to do 2 hours either. I usually do 3 hours, but the old voice needs a little rest here. Okay, I see 2 more. Bam. I just updated a couple more moderators who are patrons as well. Good to see so many patrons in the chat tonight. Thank you. Yeah, man, I'm so ready for summer. Every time I think we're almost to spring and the weather's getting warmer, it starts to snow. It was snowing here yesterday. Retribute subscriptions. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I don't, Shannon, the lemon tea. I actually, I've tried tea at work, my day job, on occasion to deal with this, and it works pretty well, but I don't have tea at home. I don't drink tea at home, so. Sensational Life has the hammer ready. Doug, you will never be replaced. Yeah, we're hopeful. Next Saturday is supposed to be like in the 60s for the first time, but we'll see if it actually gets here. Omo George, hello to you too. Angie's Random Vids is making me jealous with 85 degrees there. AK Boost BBQ, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I'm glad you made some connections. And definitely, guys, if you're not part of the Facebook group and you are on Facebook, definitely go over and join the Facebook group. There's a lot of great creators in there who have similar interests as yours. And, you know, you'll find the opportunities to create those relationships and do collaborations and things like that. Let me see. Did I fix... Let's see. Make sure. The other thing that we do... Oh, come on. Stop moving. Let me see if I fix that. I think I did fix it. All right, so I just dropped the Discord link as well in the chat. So one of the things we do after live streams is we do the live stream after party in Discord. For those of you who don't know, Discord is like a big chat room. But we have a chat room dedicated to hanging out and meeting and interacting with people in a less formal setting. Not that this is super formal, but you know what I mean. That I jump into after the live stream. So definitely head over there. If you do want to become a member of the Creator Fundamentals Patreon, patrons get exclusive access to the patrons only channel over on Discord as well. So you can definitely do that. Anybody who is a contributor at any level will gain access to a patrons only area. So I definitely appreciate it if you want to support the channel in that way as well. And one of the things that I did, there is a $20 level on Patreon, which is basically the top priority, access to me through that patron-only chat room if you have questions or anything, or you want to work on growing your channel. I had opened it to five spots a couple live streams ago, and those filled up right away. This past live stream, I opened up 5 more slots, and 2 of them were filled. I think it was 2. So I think there's 3 more at that level. That gets you into the patron only. Those any comments or requests that come through that patron Discord come directly to my phone when they're made, and I do my best to get back to people and help them and answer questions. So if you're looking for a little more hands-on or a little more direct access to getting your questions answered and helping on your channel in any way, you can definitely join the $20 level on Patreon as well. I threw the link in there, but all those things go to help the channel grow. They all go towards helping Creator Fundamentals get the VidSummit in October, which for those of you who don't know is a YouTube-centric or a business of online video focused conference with some of the best minds in growth and success on YouTube. It was a blast last year. I went and was able to meet Gary Vaynerchuk, Sean Doris, Daryl Eves, Nick Nimmin, Brian G. Johnson, Roberto Blake. They were all there. It was all good to meet all of them. This year is supposed to be equally as impressive with some big-name speakers. For those of you who might know the Scherer brothers, I believe they're going to be there as well speaking. Elite Jamaica official channel. What's the name of the group? If you're, I'm not sure. Let's see here. Don't know what James Cox is talking about there, what that's all about, but Mobile Cats eating supper and watching a live stream. Awesome. Post the Facebook link again. There, I'm posting the Facebook link right now. You should see that in the chat. John CRV, good evening to you. Good to see you. I'm not sure if you were talking to me, Elite Jamaica. If you were, the name of the Creator Fundamentals group on Facebook is called Creator Fundamentals. You can just search for that and find it. If you do search for that, you'll see my brand page. Go ahead and like that while you're at it, and then join the Facebook group. Oh, yeah. Time to delete that dude. Alrighty. Strike one, strike two, strike three, you're out of here. And alright, Paladin Angie, Craft Beer Pours, good to see you. Rosalie Muir, hello from Down Under, good to see you. I think we have a number of, or at least a couple of people who were in here from Down Under, so. Yeah, I wanted to really, really lock that in. I'm trying to make good content and fix my layout and playlist. Dishonored Gaming. Fantastic Joe, good to see you as well. DCC Train. Yeah, somebody got booted from the stream because they were dropping advertisements repeatedly. Literal Gaming gained 6 subs today. Maybe I can hit 10 tonight. I stream for 2 hours tonight and put up 2 videos because it was an update day. Tough work, but fun. Awesome. Good luck to you. All right. Hey, Dan, what's your favorite tech channel? You know, honestly, I don't have a ton of time to watch a bunch of YouTube channels. The ones that I do watch or have watched are Marcus Brownlee. Obviously, he's a favorite of a lot. And also, I get so many comments telling me that I'm the guy from Unbox Therapy that I've checked out quite a few of his videos. But those are probably the two that come to mind that I've seen quite a bit of their content. So, all right. So that water bottle is kicked. We go back to the Fresca. Did not draw. Jeep Collector 91, how much do you think changing a channel name could help or hurt a channel? So, I think it can make a lot of difference. If you are doing, you know, a beauty channel and your channel is called How to Cook with Steve, obviously there's a disconnect there. So, the more your channel name relates to the actual type of content that you're making, the better it will do to help promote your channel and help people understand exactly what your channel is all about. I tried to put a lot of thought into the name of this channel when I created it. You obviously want a name that conveys to people exactly what you're all about when possible. And then depending on what you decide you want to make sure that you're not picking a channel name that a million other channels have. And you also want to make sure that somebody else doesn't have the custom URL for that channel name. So when you do reach the threshold of 100 subscribers and you want to actually get your custom URL, that it is available to you. Yeah, the Fantastic Joe, I hope not. let's try to do, I'm going to pick a couple channels. And for anybody who requests to join the Facebook group, I'll definitely tackle those after the live stream. That is not the way you do it, my friend. Dark Gold. If you're asking people to subscribe to you, I wouldn't do that in the chat. But I appreciate you subscribing to Creative Fundamentals for a year. Hopefully it's been helpful to you. Of course, I would recommend watching some videos if you are asking for people to subscribe to you. Peldon, so sorry you have that cough, Dan. Yeah, it's annoying, but what are you going to do? Everybody in my family has this cough right now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check out some of the channels, and I'm going to pick channels that are appear to be implementing some of the concepts, the best practices that we talk about. Let's see. Let me take a look at a couple of these other ones, see what they look like, see if we can find a good channel or two to see what's going on. Or at least ones that identify good lessons to be learned. Alright, so let's see here. Let's try to get that centered. Alright, so we're going to do some feedback on a channel here. Definitely when we bring this channel up, share your thoughts about your first impressions on the channel and what you would change. And for the person who gets the review, just understand that it's all helpful information, and you know, nobody's trying to be critical of you, but they're trying to share information with you that can potentially help your channel improve. So I am going to grab a channel and we will take a peek. All right, so the first channel I am going to look at is Literal Gaming. Literal Gaming. Obviously, it's a gaming channel. I do see the fact that you are using some common color schemes here with the blue. The thing that jump out to me is the couple things. At the size of your channel, you need to focus on trying to grow your channel and keep everybody focused on your YouTube channel. To that end, I would say remove the social media links from your header. The second link, I don't even know what that is, so I don't know if that's just something I'm not aware of, but that X-looking logo with the number, I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe that's something that's common in the gaming world, but I ain't got a clue. So that's something to consider. Want to take a look at your About section here. Games, more games, and more games. See, here's the thing with the gaming channels. Like I said, you really need to try to stand out and make yourself unique in some way. Monday, gameplay and grinding out class levels. Thursday, ranking video where I would rank certain things. Sunday, tutorial and grinding. Sunday's videos are the longest and jam-packed with great content. Let's take a look at your actual videos. So this is like a common thing that I see with gaming videos where they try to pack in a bunch of logos and things and footage from the games themselves instead of focusing on the branding of their channel. This very last video, I see this looks like a tiny attempt to integrate your logo, but it's so small you can't really see it. So going back to your logo, so you up here you have white on blue, and then you go to black on blue. You can't really read this tiny writing; it's way too small. Even if you were trying to pull this general font into your logo, I would at least make it white so it matches what you got going on up here. But then you want to try to kind of get all that flowing together as a single branding. So, you know, if you choose to do the LG, I would make it white to match what you got going on in here. Maybe I would take this logo and throw it in the lower left-hand corner of your thumbnail so people know it's yours. And then things like this, way too much text that's way too small and too hard to read. So don't go crazy with the text. You kind of want to make it as concise as possible. Is this just looking at this one video, I'm not sure if that's supposed to say assault, in which case I think there's a letter missing. And then random changes like a YouTube logo here. I would try to stay consistent with what you got going on. And then I want to see 5 hours, 7 hours, 2 days. So you did 2 videos today, and then a video a couple days ago, and then 3 days ago, 3 days ago. And let's see if that's consistent with the schedule that you're telling people. I upload 3 times a week, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Today is a Wednesday, and it looks like you posted 2 videos today. So unless you're in some crazy time zone from mine where you're actually on those days, I don't think you're staying true to your schedule. 5 hours ago, 7 hours ago. You'll have to let me know if that's for wherever you are, if you're actually on the days that you're saying that you're posting. But Battlefront 2 grind, all class analysis. Another thing when you're trying to do your playlists, make sure you're choosing a name for your playlist that's actually a searchable phrase that people might actually search for, because these can show up as search results. And then I would just focus on making more content. You have a few videos here, so you're kind of getting started. Yeah, start, trying to prove a little time on your videos and come up with a consistent look here. Like I said, maybe bring that white down in here, take that new adjusted logo, start including it on your thumbnails, remove a lot of this small text, try to get something a little more concise than that. You don't have to repeat your entire title on your thumbnail. You're just trying to create something compelling to get people to read the title and possibly click on your video. So that's where I would go in that regard. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. I'll jump back in the chat real quick, see what everybody else had to say. I don't know where I threw the old chat. There we go. Guy, the IT guy, good to see you. Also a patron. Just gave you a wrench. Trying to click on something while the chat's moving. Take a peek at what we got going on. All right, so gotta see something here. Just taking a look at the channel quick. If it'll let me play it. Okie dokie. Let's jump back into chat super quick and we will. Alright. See a lot of people asking for channel reviews. When did you start the Wednesday stream? When did I get to Wednesdays? Well, there's a question. How long have I been doing it on Wednesday? Let's take a look here real quick. It's probably been a couple months now that I've done it weekly on Wednesdays. I want to say like maybe 3 months. But I can answer that question pretty quickly. Let's see. Okay, so that, show all. So I think I did the first subscriber hangout on a Wednesday on February 1st. So we are in our 3rd month of doing weekly live streams every Wednesday. And we usually have a pretty decent crowd. Looks like we peaked tonight. Ooh, one shy of 50. So close. I think we've maxed out at 77 or something to that effect. So good to have everybody come and hang out. Literal Gaming, you're welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Tech Reboot, good to see you. Upcycle Creations, Karen Paluska Art. Beanie Draws. I gotta keep reminding myself when Creative Fundamental says Wednesday what he means is Thursday. Yeah. On your side of the marble, it's Thursday already, huh? Yeah, I mean, one of the thing about channel reviews is just, just take it all as information. It's never a personal thing, and it's always good to hear somebody else's perspective, because sometimes you think you really nailed something. I know when I first started out and I had people review my channel, things I thought were good, and they're like, not so much, so... Okay, here. I am 100% Michael Lana. Good to see you in the stream as well. IF Your Keto. Also, Justin Bennett. Good to see you as well. Yeah, I don't think my cat is in your yard, but... Alright, so... let's see here. Alright, so let's take a look at another channel. So this one seems very eager to check out his channel. So we are going to take a look at Unboxing IT. Alright, so here's my first impression on this channel. It feels very much, or the kind of the vibe that I get is unbox therapy. That's kind of what I see when I look at this. The problem is it's not unbox therapy, and you obviously don't have the 5 million subscribers that Unbox Therapy has, and I don't know if that's even your influence here, but that's just kind of your style and the background and stuff. That's just what it reminds me of. I like the fact that you have some consistency in your design, but I do think you would benefit from providing some more information on exactly what your channel's about and exactly what it is that you're doing in terms of in your channel art. So if we come in here and we look at your About section, variety of awesome products, gadgets, and you come to the right place. Smartphones, phone cases, Bluetooth, all kinds of tech is basically what you got going on here. With the channel just starting out, you know, this kind of thing, it's kind of artsy and it would probably work for a much bigger channel. But when you're trying to grow your channel, I think it benefits you to communicate in more direct terms by, you know, identifying the name of your channel, identifying what type of content that you are creating, identifying the schedule with which you intend to create it, and getting all that information out there. Now, the other things I would do is I would try to focus all your energy on growing your YouTube channel. So instead of having a link to Amazon, I don't know if that's an affiliate program or what it is you're doing there, but I would get rid of that and I would change it to another subscribe button. And I know it seems weird to put a subscribe button right above your subscribe button, but there seems to be a tendency for that additional subscribe button to help you get more subscribers. So that is what I would do with that space. Keep everybody focused on YouTube and driving it to your content. So for most of these, let's take a look at your thumbnails here. And I was trying to get one of your, yeah, looking at your thumbnails, it has a very Unbox Therapy kind of vibe to it. I'm also trying to figure out, there's something, some of these thumbnails, there's just, it almost seems like you're superimposed in the picture more so. I mean, I know you're in here, I don't know, something just seems a little interesting. The one thing that I would try to do, though, is try to be consistent in making yourself part of the thumbnail so people can identify it with your brand. You know, and in cases where you're unable to do that, if it, you know, you may want to consider including your little icon on the actual thumbnail. And one of the things for people who do tech, like on these thumbnails here, instead of just doing the still frame like this, try to make the product stand out. Like maybe hold the product towards the camera and make it the focal point. Only because we can see you have a product in your hand, but we can't make out any details of the product because it's so small. So I would try to focus, or, you know, get that actual product closer to the lens so people can see the product itself. But I mean, generally speaking, you have a consistent style and branding, and your icon looks a lot like like you in these actual videos. So you have some good things going in that regard. So it was just a matter of, like I said, maybe bringing the camera a little bit closer to you in these images and not trying to so much highlight the entire studio scene that you have on your thumbnails, and make it more about the product and then you as the branding on your channel. So the other thing, what you got for playlists here. Unboxing IT experience. I would try to create some more playlists, and you want to get those playlists displayed on your homepage as horizontal. A video finally actually started. try to get those displayed as horizontal playlists. So instead of having this created playlists here, actually select a single playlist and get them displayed kind of like upload shows up here. And I'm on the verge of a sneeze, but it's not willing to show itself just yet, so that may occur at any time. And again, the single playlist, the value of that is it kind of presents as much information about multiple videos in the shortest amount of space, gives you the thumbnail, gives you the title, which is everything somebody needs to make the decision to click on your content, watch more of your content, and potentially subscribe to your channel. All right. I have 3 months old. I mean, at 3 months, check reboot. At 3 months, I would just focus on watching videos to learn how to do YouTube videos. There's 135 or 6 or 7 on my channel that you can check out. And then just focus on getting content up. That is what I would consider doing at the 3-month mark. Upcycle Creations, hello to you. Man, that shot me way down. I think so. Sensational Life. I'm so upset. Just realized all 3 of my last live streams are gone. This is the second time this has happened. They stayed up for a few days, then disappeared. Let me take a peek at that real quick and see what we can see. Bear with me just a moment. We'll take a look at some settings here and see exactly how that works out. Yeah, I might have to dig into that for you after the stream and see what I can find out for you on that. I don't know off the top of my head. I feel like that's a setting, that may be a setting somewhere in terms of whether they're archived or what the situation is there, but hopefully we'll get that straightened out for you, because all my live streams persist. But I haven't changed anything on that, and so I wonder if I can get into here. I feel like it would be on this page in the info and settings. I don't see anything on that. Promote, embed, make statistics, automatically block spam, enable live chat. See if we have any ingestion. No, that wouldn't be an ingestion. Settings. Yeah, I will have to look into that for you. So this is the page I thought it would be on. And I can't. I don't see anything to that effect. So I have to dig into it after and feel and see exactly what the deal is. Viewers will be able to set Seek back up to 4 hours while you're streaming. That's enabled. I do not see it. But we'll dig into that and try to figure out exactly what's happening there. If anybody happens to know, you can definitely let Sensational Life know in the chat. Otherwise, I can look it up afterwards. Your real estate whisperer. Channel reviews are subjective. One person can tell you you're doing it awesome, and the next person will tell you that you're blowing it. That's certainly possible. I always try to focus on the literal. Once you start to do stuff in kind of an artistic way that some people will get and some people won't, then it might be time to just be literal and present to people exactly who you are and what you're about, and try to grow from there. All right. Trying to catch up on the chat like always. The never Beanie Draws trying to be Unbox Therapy, but still a lot better than some channels trying. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some good things going on in that channel. I would always recommend try to find your own particular approach, but there's a lot of consistency going on there. So. Trying to find. Union. All right. Checking out some channels. I think we have another channel. All right, so just so he'll stop asking, we're going to take a look at Savvy BGTV. Savvy BGTV, your Indian abroad interviews, pranks, and skits. Don't miss weekly videos. Click the bell and subscribe. Technically it would be click, subscribe, and the bell, if we want to get technical. All right, so obviously this channel is well established at 42,000 subscribers. Looks like you're going through some real good growth here in the last few days. Some spikes. Whoop. On the rise. Always a good thing. Definitely some consistent branding going on. with that, whatever, I'm not sure what that color would be. It's kind of a peach or something. But even on the thumbnails where the logo doesn't appear, that color is consistent with the channel. And I'm sure people have become accustomed, based on your audience size, to seeing that design being consistent with your channel. A little bit different color going on your live stream, but obviously you're branding there, which is cool. And a bunch of thumbnails, audio tips, got some Nick Nimmin and Tim Schmoyer and Sean Cannell in the mix there. And let's see what we got going on. Doodly-doo. Super consistent on all those branding elements so people can identify your content. So if you click on a given video and you look at the recommended videos on the side, and this is the thing we talk about, how people can easily identify the other videos from this channel based on the consistency with which they are branded. So if somebody watches this video and says, hey, I really like this, I want to check out your other videos, it's very obvious which ones are your other videos. They stand out, and that's what you want to go for. Alright, so, and then let's see how you have organized your homepage. Stop. So we got Best of Savvy G, or Savvy BGTV. The only critique is there's no description on that particular playlist. But otherwise, you got your descriptions on your playlists. Everything is organized with the horizontal playlists. Live, looks like you haven't done a live stream here in a while. Maybe it's time to do some more live streams. But yeah, I mean, clearly identifies branding, identifies what the channel's about, uses a consistent color scheme, and or branding elements like this icon here in the channel art, in the icon, pulling that same color into the thumbnails, so people can definitely become familiar with the content. So, has a community tab. Are you taking advantage of the community tab? I'm kind of looking forward to getting the community tab. Hopefully, I'll get it sometime after 10,000. Getting some good responses from people in there. So there, just 300 short requests later, I reviewed your channel. All right. I have a 6-hour stream, and for some reason it's only 11 seconds long. It shows it being 6 hours long. Yeah, that's a strange one. Is it a recent live stream, or is it an older one? You know, if it's still processing or something, that could be an issue, or it could be still working on it. But if it's been there a while, it might be something you have to take up with YouTube. All right, you know what? We're at the 90-minute mark. I know I normally go for 3 hours, but I'd like to have a voice in the morning. So probably going to wrap it up for tonight. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out so much tonight. Sorry I couldn't get to everybody's channel reviews, but the throat's pretty scratchy now, and I've run out of liquid, so pretty much down to ice cube water. But I will be hopping over for a little while to the Discord. So if you haven't joined the Creative Fundamentals Discord, definitely follow the link that I just threw in the chat. And come over and join the Discord. Say hello in the live stream after party. And, you know, if you didn't get a review this time, definitely come come back next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and hang out with us. If you have any questions, happy to answer them. Have a good night, everybody. Hope to see you over on Discord, and I will talk to you later. You know, the problem is when you say goodbyes, but you haven't actually, when you're doing reviews, you close out of your control panel, and then you don't have your end stream button. But internet looks like it's slowing down a little bit too. I can hear the buzzing, so people are already over on Discord. So have a good night, guys. The link to the Discord's in the description. I will see you over there.